Okay, so today we are going to study SOP number 6. Okay, that is use of video on web page using HTML5. Okay, so last time we have studied that how to insert any audio on a web page using HTML5. This time we are going to study how we can insert any video on a HTML web page. Okay, so see here the first paragraph. We will see the first paragraph what it says. Create a web page named video.html to display a video file on a web page and plays automatically with controls. The dimension of video area should be 150 into 150 pixels. Okay, this is the first file which we want to create. What will be the name? That is a video.html. And what the video.html must have, that a video file we have to insert. When we insert the video file and when we open that web page on a screen, at that time it will start to play video automatically and with controls. Means controls we should make available with the video. Okay, as we see the controls in an audio file format, that we can play, we can forward, we can backward, as well as we can use slider to move forward or backward on a audio. Similarly, we can use that type of slider, that type of controls in video web page. Okay, so here first file format, the first file is used to display a video, and the video will play automatically with controls, and the size of video is also given here, that it should display with the 150 into 150 pixels. Means the width of video will be 150 and height of the video will be 150. Okay, so here resolution of video is also given, that is a 150 into 150 number of pixels. Okay, next second file we have to create. In that file, create another web page which provides multiple source file format for the same audio file. Here you have to consider video, not audio. Okay, file format for the same audio file that plays a sound automatically. Will say that plays the video automatically, because it copy pasted over here, it's a mistake in your book. Okay, so same video file that plays a sound automatically with controls. The dimension of video area should be 100 and 100 pixels. The browser should display the message with appropriate attribute when audio file is not supported by the browser. The code must incorporate the list of video file format. Okay, so here we have to display the video, but it is using source tag. Okay, multiple sources. Means first of all you have to try to play mp4 file. If the mp4 file is not supported by browser, then the next file format, that is a ogg file, has to play. If the OGG is not supported on browser, then there will be error message that the video file format is not opening in browser, or there is an error to open a video on a web page or on a web browser. Okay, this type of error message we can display. So here what we have to do, we have to insert an audio video with this sound automatically should play, and video is also should play automatically, and it should display with controls. Okay, and the size is also given in the first file. There is a size given, that is 150 into 150, whereas here we want to, okay, whereas here we want to play or display the video file format in 100 into 100 pixels. Okay, so here you have to create in this practical two files. First file having name video.html and the second file having name video1.html. Okay, so what are the prerequisite for the practical? That is one file format in MP4. That is a one video file format you have to save in MP4, and other file format it in .ogg. Okay, both this file format we will provide in a practical examination or your practical session. Okay, so here don't have to worry that how we can create OGG file, or how we can do the how we can create the, or how we can find the MP4 file. So what we will do, we will create a folder having name data, or practical data on your computer, and we will keep all these things which you required for the practical in that folder. So wherever you want, you can open that folder and you can copy the whatever the required data in your folder, and you can do your practical. Okay, so you don't have to worry to create all this file format. Okay, we will provide you before the practical session and practical examination. Okay, so do you understand what we have to create? What you have to create a two file, that is a video.html and video1.html. The first file without multiple sources, and the second file with the multiple sources, same as we have seen for the audio to insert on a web page. Okay, do you understand what we have to do? Yes, give me reply. Give me reply. Do you understand what we have to do, or what the objective of the practical? Yes, give me reply in a chat box. Do you understand what we have to do? Okay, Chaitrali is saying yes. Swaroop, Shruti, Rinsi, good. Okay, so here we have to create two different file format. But before to create or write a code for HTML, okay, you have to copy the prerequisite elements from a folder to your folder. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a first folder having name sop6. Okay, this is the first step, that create a folder sop6 in your folder. I've already created a folder having name Abhay in E drive. Okay, I've already created it. I just want to create a folder having name sop6 in a Abhay folder. Okay, so I'll just stop the screen sharing of the slide, and will go to Explorer. Okay, here is a Explorer, and here is a Abhay folder. Yes, can you see the Abhay folder? And inside the Abhay folder there are many SOP5, SOP2, SOP, this type of folders, and some data is also given over here just below those folders. Can you see the Explorer? Yes, give me reply in a chat box. Can you see the Explorer? Okay, so in this Explorer, a folder Abhay is created in E drive. Okay, folder Abhay is created in E drive. How can you mark it? See here, I'm showing you just by annotating. Okay, so you can see here, here is the this PC local E drive, and here is the Abhay folder. Okay, where I got that in E drive, when I click on a E drive, inside the E drive, here is a Abhay folder, and in that Abhay folder, SOP2, SOP4, SOP, and SOP5, this type of folders already created. Now what you have to create here, you have to create a new folder. Here you have to create a new folder having name SOP6. Okay, here you have to create a folder having name SOP6. Now what are the requisites? The requisites is a MP4 file. Now here is a MP4 file. Okay, and here is a OGG file. Can you see MP4 file and OGG file? MP4 file is a video file format. OGG is a audio as well as video file format. Okay, these two file format required Windows Media Player or VLC player to run or play. Okay, if you want to play these two video file format, then you required VLC player or Windows Media Player should install in your computer. Otherwise, these two files will not display any output. Okay, so here is makers mp4 means makers.mp4, and here is a makers ogg.ogg. Okay, to identify identification purpose, I'm giving the name here makers ogg. Okay, and here I'm giving makers. Okay, so there are two files having different extension. The first file have extension .mp4 and the second file have extension .ogg. Okay, when I'm going to do a first part of practical, that is a audio.html, then I have to use just a video tag. Okay, because you know very well that by using video tag we can insert any video on a web page. Similarly, like audio file format, when you are when we have inserted before in your first practical or the previous practical. Okay, the previous practical, by using audio tag we had inserted audio on a web page. Here we are going to insert video on a web page by using video tag. Okay, so now I'll open a notepad. So here is a notepad. Can you see the notepad on screen? Yes, give me reply. Can you see the notepad on screen? Okay. Now I start to write a code for video.html. Okay, so I start with doc type. So doc type space HTML. This doc type space HTML denotes that the HTML document here we are going to create. Okay, the first HTML tag, then I close the HTML tag using /HTML. Then I start head section, that is a head tag. By using head tag, I started the head section, and here I'm closing the head section by using /head. The next is a body tag, so I create the body section by using body tag. I close it by using /body. Okay, now the head section has a title tag, so here is a title tag, and here I close the title tag by using /title, right? So here is a title tag, I close it by using /title. Now here I'm writing and title video with controls. So I write here title video with controls. Okay, and inside the body section I'm using the h3 tag. Here I'm using the h3 tag, and I copy the content which is written inside the title tag and write over here or type over here, enclose it with the /h3. Okay, so video with controls is the heading given for the body section. Now here I want to insert a video, right? So to insert video, I use the video tag. Video tag is a pair tag, so always close it by using /video. Now inside the video tag, if you want to play a particular sound file or video file, then that video file must present in that folder which you have created. Okay, or where you want to save this file, there must be that video file format stored on it. Okay, if there is no video file format or video file is stored in that folder, and even though you are saving this file over there and you want to open the file or with the video, then it will not open, because it starts to find the particular video which you have inserted in src attribute. If that video couldn't find by the computer, then the error comes on a screen. So the video must be copied in your folder. So what I will do, I will keep this program as it is, and I'll go in window explorer. So here is a window explorer. Can you see the window explorer? Here is a window explorer. Here's a SOP6 is created. I required makers.mp4 file. So what I am doing here, I just copy this file. I just copy this file and paste this file in SOP6. Okay, here I pasted this file. So can you see the only one file here in folder, that is a makers.mp4. Okay, now I will save the HTML document over here by using which I want to open this makers.mp4. Okay, so what I am going to do now, I just go on a notepad. Yes, here is a notepad and I write src. Here is the video space src is equal to, here is the name of mp4 file. Okay, so name of the mp4 file is a makers.mp4. So video src is equal to makers.mp4. Now tell me, if you want to play this file with controls, then what type of attribute you have to use here? Yes, tell me. If you want to insert controls with the video, what type of or what attribute we have to use with the src attribute, means inside the video, which attribute we have to use to display or enable controls? Yes, let me know. Write your answer in the chat box. Yes, Jsia, Yogesh. Yogesh, it's not control, it's controls. Jsia is right. Okay, it's controls. Okay, so always keep in mind, if you write control, then it will not enable a control. You have to write controls. Okay, so Jsia is right. Here you have to write controls. So here I used attribute controls to enable controls for the video. Now if I want to play this file automatically when you open the web page, then which attribute you have to mention over here? Yes, tell me. Suppose you want to, suppose you want to play it automatically when you open the page in a browser, then an attribute we have to use, that is autoplay. Yes, Yogesh, you are right. Autoplay attribute we have to use to automatically play the video, or it is also, it has also I think we have used it with the audio. Here we are using with the video. So this is the autoplay, it plays automatically. Okay, so autoplay attribute we are using to play automatically when we open the page on screen. You don't have to click on the play button, it will start to play automatically. So video src is equal to makers.mp4 controls and autoplay. Now suppose here I want to give specific size to the video. Okay, if you want to give specific size to the video, then what are the different attributes we can use with it? Yes, tell me. Suppose I want to specify 150 width, because in your first part of practical, here it is given that 150 into 150 pixels we have to show. Okay, means width you have to assign 150 and height you have to assign 150. Okay, so these attributes are very important. Okay, what are the different attributes you are using with the video? Those are src. Src attribute decide which file you want to open on a web page. Then controls. Control decide that the video play with the controls like a forward button, backward button, slider, play button. Autoplay, it decides to play automatically when you open a web page on a screen. Width is equal to 150, decide the size in the horizontal size of video. Height, it decide the vertical size of video. Okay, so by using video tag we can insert any video on a web page. Now we'll see the output on a screen. So what I'm doing here, I'm saving this file in the same folder, that is a sop6. So here is a above folder, I am saving in sop6 with the name video.htm. Okay, I'm using here name video1 dot sorry video.htm. Okay, so this file is a saved. Now we will see the output of the code. Okay, now we'll go on Internet Explorer. Okay, just a second. I open it in Internet Explorer. Okay, so here is Internet Explorer, and okay, when you click on the allow block content, this message gives in a Internet Explorer or in Google Chrome. When you click on the allow block content, then the particular video starts. Okay, so this is the video that we have played on a web page. Okay, here are controls. Here you can see the controls. Here you can maximize the video, and when you maximize the video, then here you can see the different controls, that audio is here, slider is here. If you want to minimize it, then just click on the four side arrows, then it will reduce to the original size which we have mentioned in the tag. Okay, so here by using play button you can play it again. Okay, so the controls are enabled here because of controls. Okay, so here is the first part of your practical. Now we'll go for the second one. Okay, the second paragraph is saying that you have to use source tag, means multiple sources you have to mention. Okay, in multiple sources, we are using two file format. The first file format is the makers.mp4, and the second file format we are using makers.ogg. Okay, now first of all, what we have to do, we have to copy the makers.ogg in your folder. This is your first step. You have to do it. Okay, if you're not doing it, then you will not get output. It will be blank on a screen. So what you have to do, you have to copy the required file from anywhere on computer. You have to copy it in your folder and then start to write a code on in a notepad. Okay, so what I will do, I will open Explorer here. Okay, here you can see the window Explorer. In the window Explorer, here are only two files, that is makers mp.mp4 and video. Now I have to copy makers ogg.ogg file. So here is the ogg file. Okay, just click, then right click, I click on a copy, and inside the sop6 I paste over here. So two files are created now here, makers.mp4 and makersogg.ogg. So two files are created over here. Now I have to write a code for the second file. So I'll stop this screen and I'll go to Notepad. So I'll go to Notepad. Okay, this is a previously created file. I have to create a similar file, that is a video1.htm. So what I'm doing here, I'm copying the same file, or I'm saving the same file having name video1.htm. Okay, here I'm giving name video1.htm. In the same folder, this file is stored. Okay, now here I change the title, video with controls using multiple sources. So this is title for your practical or your second practice, second part of practical. So I'm copying this part using multiple sources, control C, just selecting control C, and I'm pasting in a H3, means the heading part, control V. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to remove this portion and just you have to give video tag. Okay, so here you have to give just video tag. Okay, inside the video tag, you have to create the sources. Okay, but what attributes you can specify here? That is a width, height, and controls, because here is also we have to display with controls. Okay, so width, height, and controls are given. So when you want to specify width, then specify width as 100, because here we are going to specify width as 100, height we are going to specify 100, and then controls. So see, in the second part it said that width should be 100 into 100. So what we are doing, width is equal to 100, here height is equal to 100, and control doesn't have any value. Okay, so we'll keep it as it is. Then we will go for the next tag, that is the source tag. Here is the source tag, source, right? Source, and then src. Src is equal to, what is the name of first file? That is a makers.mp4. Then I'm using the type attribute. Type is equal to video slash mp4. Okay, this is the first source. Second source here source src is equal to makers ogg dot mp4, sorry, dot ogg. Type is equal to video slash ogg. Okay, so two source files we have created here, makers mp4 and makers ogg. If those files are, both the files are not supported, then it should display the error. This web browser doesn't support video. Okay, so this error should display when the web browser is not able to play mp4 as well as ogg file. Okay, now what is the question comes in mind, what is the difference between the mp4 and ogg? Okay, see, ogg is an open source file format, and mp4 is introduced by Microsoft. Okay, so this type of file is supported by Microsoft applications. This is also supported by Microsoft application, but this is an open source file format. Means here you can't create a copyright of that OGG file. But when you are going to design it in an MP4, or where you are going to create in a video and saving it in an MP4, then you can create a copyright for that particular MP4 file or particular video file format. Okay, so copyright is a possible for MP4 file format, but OGG is a open source file format. So open source file format means it doesn't have any copyright. Okay, anyone can copy, anyone can use in their project. Okay, so OGG file format doesn't have copyright. This is the main difference. Otherwise, both the files can open in VLC player as well as in Windows Media Player. Okay, so if a web browser supports MP4, then MP4 file format will open on screen. If it doesn't support MP4, then it try to open OGG file. If both the files are not supported in browser, then the error message comes on screen that this web browser doesn't support video. Understood? So I'm saving this file format by using name video1.htm. So I say video1.htm, which is already saved. I have to save, click on save. Okay, so replace it. Now we will open it in an Internet Explorer. We'll see the output. I stop the share and I open Internet Explorer. Here is the Internet Explorer and I change over here name of the file which I want to open. That is, I want to open video1.htm. So I just here changing the name in address bar and press enter. When I press enter, at that time here video with controls using multiple sources you can see. Okay, in that video file format I haven't used autoplay. I haven't used autoplay. So here I have to click on play button so that this video start to play. Okay, in previous file we have mentioned autoplay attribute with video tag. So when we open that browser, automatically started to play, but here it will not play till you click on the play button. So when I click on the play button, then see. Okay, so when I click on the play button, then it started to play. Okay, so here is the output. If it MP3, MP4 file format is supported, then it will play. Otherwise, OGG file will play. Otherwise, the error message will come on screen. Okay, so this is your SOP 6 practical, very easy practical. So you have two very easy practicals. Those are, first is a using audio or with controls we can play and sound on a web page, and the second is we can insert video on a web page and we can play it. Okay, so there are two different audio file format and video file format. Two different practicals are there. In first practical, in audio file format you have to create two files. The first is a simple audio and second is using multiple sources. In video file format you have to create a two file. Okay, I'll show you two files. Okay, in video file format you have to create two files. The first file is a video.htm and the second file is a video1.htm. In video1.video.htm you have to create a simple video playing page, and here in video1.htm you have to create a video file format playing page with multiple sources. Okay, now second difference I want to tell in a MP4 and a OGG is OGG always takes less space for storage while MP4 takes more space for storage. Because see, can you see here the MP4 file format is taking 2272 kilobyte, means it says 2.272 MB. Okay, this much space is taken by Maker's MP4, whereas the Maker's OGG file takes 1.255 MB, means 1255 KB. That means 1.255 KB. It is a very much less space compared to my MP4 file format. Okay, so OGG file format always takes less space compared to MP4 file format. Okay, so these four files must present in your SOP6 folder to play or to get desired output. Okay, so these are the video with controls and video with controls using multiple sources. In the first part, means in audio SOP5, we had already seen that audio with sound, with audio with controls using audio tag and audio with controls using multiple sources. Okay, so last time in audio file format, I forget to copy these two files, OPUS and OGG file. So you can copy this file in your SOP file. Okay, these three files must present over here. Okay, so this is about audio and SOP6 is about video. Okay, so here your sixth practical is completed. I think this is the fifth one. Okay, so fifth five practicals we have completed related to this web HTML advanced web designing. Now in the next session we are going to start JavaScript, and you know very well JavaScript is a very tough. Okay, so what I will suggest you not to miss any lecture, because it is a very important to understand the code, because the JavaScript and PHP, these two concepts are very tough. Okay, HTML is was very easy, and this portion HTML, then SEO is a fully theoretical. But when you see the JavaScript and PHP, these two parts are very tough. Okay, so don't miss any lecture. Okay, this is my suggestion for you. Okay, up to this mark, SOP we have completed. One SOP is also there. Okay, but we will not consider it in our syllabus. Okay, so these five SOPs are in your syllabus, so you have to do in practicals. You have to get a printout of this. I will give you printout. I will keep the all printouts in our bhandar, and then you can purchase it at any time. Okay, so you have to create a journal, or you have to submit that journal. Okay, that will be the part after December. So just keep in mind that we have to do five practicals on, or we have to study five practicals on advanced web designing. Okay, so any doubt regarding this, these two practicals, video.html video and audio file format? Yes, is there any doubt? Okay, so tell me, all clear? Okay, I will send you code today, both audio and video. You just write it in your notebook, because you have to submit it in your journal. Okay, so last time two or three practicals, after completion of the three or four practicals, I had already sent your code. Okay, two practicals means audio and video. These two practicals I will send it today. Okay, if you don't have any doubt, then I'm closing this session. Okay, so bye bye.